Well, let us get to your stock pick for today. What are you choosing?
So last time I was here, I spoke about Spotify. So I thought this time I'd talk to another option in the sort of music streaming space, being Tencent Music, and one that I've been looking at a little bit more in detail recently, considering tariffs, right? So Tencent Music is a slightly different animal to Spotify. It has similar subscriber numbers. So Spotify is the biggest in terms of monthly active users globally at around 600 plus million. Tencent Music sitting around 550 plus million users. But what it really comes down to is, okay, well, what is the split between premium and paid subscribers versus free? Whereas Spotify has quite a high percentage of paid subscribers, Tencent Music slightly lower. What was interesting to me is Tencent Music is largely a Chinese-based organization, right? So they've got a number of different apps, but it's all pretty much in that music streaming space. So an interesting one in the sense of, 90+% of their revenue is coming from within China. So arguably a Chinese company that's potentially less impacted by tariffs. But the broader economic picture in China is still going to have an impact, right? So revenues are coming from China. There is obviously still risks, right? Chinese people still listen to Western music. So they have a lot of music from, the likes of Sony, these record labels that they license. So there is still potential risk there. There's no tariffs on music yet, but I know Trump has talked about tariffs on films. Yep. So it's not a leap to think that could happen. But quite an interesting company. One last point I wanted to mention on it is, where they differ quite significantly is a lot of their revenue comes from sort of different types of services within the business. So karaoke is an example, and sort of paid gifting, and quite a unique model compared to the likes of, say, a Spotify, which is something that most Western type investors are familiar with. So
interesting.
I think a company that's less well known, but a behemoth, right? It's got a huge amount of monthly active users. So if you're looking at the music streaming space, certainly one to consider.
And quite creative in terms of their monetization effort.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for your insights there, Jordan. That was Jordan Toy from Legacy Family Wealth.